Good morning, Ramon. I heard the ding. I think we're ready
Yeah.
to go. How is everyone in the chat today? Hopefully, you guys are ready for some rapid fire picks, free picks, rundowns, complimentary picks here. Starting off the day with Major League Baseball. Hope you guys are excited as I am. I love having daytime baseball. It makes my day go by faster as well. So I'm excited. How about you, Ramon? How you doing?
Oh boy, it couldn't come here soon enough. I think. I don't know. It seems like it gets earlier every year. They used to play like a few games. It was like the start of the season kind of coincided with the NCAA tournament championship game. I always remember sometimes some of the years there were like day games, and then you'd have the basketball game at night. Now we're
Yeah.
you know 4 or 5 days before that, and that's just the way it is. The seasons get longer, and we'll see how many games get rained out, snowed out. I
Hopefully
don't
not too
know.
many, right?
No, in fact, there's been one change already to the schedule today. If anybody caught it, my Padres, the game was pushed back to a night game because of the rain a little bit in San Diego. I don't think it's going to be raining throughout the day. They just want to be sure on opening day that it had passed and that nothing got delayed or maybe a wet field or anything. They're expecting it to pass, but that game originally scheduled for a 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central, 1:10 Pacific is now a 9:40 p.m. Eastern,
What are you going to do with your time
8:40
now?
Central. Oh, there's plenty of games, Mindy. Uh, don't you worry. We'll
Don't
get
even fret.
ready. Yeah, well, and maybe we could have used an extra night game because of so many day games here today, and that's the exciting thing about it. I would think today to be here with you, Mindy, on the opening day of Major League Baseball, in just a few hours, 4 hours from now, and just can't wait to see what you got and what we get going here. But
All
let's
right.
start to say hello to everyone in the chat as people start to file in. Only a dozen here so far, so let's that gives us time to say hello to some people. Maybe it'll be a record day. Maybe we'll get
Maybe.
over baseball, but let's say hello to whoever was. It was Stephen Beer first today. Hello, good morning. Jamal's ready for baseball.
That's
Uh,
right.
Dart throwers ready for more hockey action after last night's thrillers. Here's Latifa. She's back from work.
Uh,
She's back. The Queen. Hail, all hail. All right. Howard's here today. What's he saying? Okay. Yeah, we used to have a sports, before the internet. That's what we used was a sports almanac and a bunch of magazines, and that's
right.
how we would handicap the game. One of my first experiences with handicapping came when I first started learning that, as a preteen, even that gambling was going on. I didn't understand necessarily the money aspect of it, but I understood, I wanted to make predictions even as a kid. I wanted to be, I
Yeah.
wanted to be a reporter and
Right.
all that. But there was a magazine that came out with all the others that were back then, the Athlons and such had the previews. But one of them, if anybody's old like me, maybe they remember, was called Game Plan Magazine, and it was the first time I'd ever seen like a set of power ratings. And they gave out the power ratings in the Game Plan magazine and gave you a formula on how to update the power ratings. Now, it's kind of crude back then. We think of how we do it now with computers and entering in our own data and making adjustments. But what it would say was, it started with their own figures at the beginning of the season. And it would say, well, if the game was decided by like I don't remember what it was, but like 28 points or more, you'd adjust the rating by 4 for one team, and subtract 4 for the other. And if it was by 21 points difference, you'd put 3 on one team and take away. And so you'd actually have and I would do
A
that, and I
system.
kind of trained me early. But that was interesting. Hello to
Do you
Angel.
still do that now? Do you use the same system
No,
from
no,
the Edges
no.
magazine?
But as a kid, I was making predictions before I even knew, before the spreads were even out. And of course, back then it was like the NFL Today, had Jimmy the Greek and Brent, and that was kind of a little bit of information about betting, but didn't understand it as a preteen at that time. What was kind of going on? Thomas Lewis here today. Shannon Moore is here as well. Percent better, where you been? Nice to see you. Yeah. Blake's here today. Butterscotch, TJ in the
Yep.
house.
Folks are getting in, ready for
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah. And Matt D is here. Oh, okay. We're having some issues. Maybe Mindy. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know
that's
either.
why. Okay. Well, also, maybe that's why those numbers. We got over 2 dozen now. We're still going to wait a few minutes. We got a lot of games. We're not going to wait too long, for
Right.
sure. But um, those numbers look a little light. So let's see if we can't get a few more in real quick before we start. We got so many games to cover. We really don't want to wait. And Major League Baseball games. Tyrone is here. Moneyline Mills ready. Are you guys ready with your baseball picks? It looks like. Yep. And Dave's here for some basketball. We got 2 games
Right.
today. So.
Oh, he said Tony's videos won't play.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see. Yeah, it could just be everyone's inundating YouTube with videos today, right? It could be slowing it down.
I'll mention real quick. I don't know. I'm not going to go check on that or anything. Fernando, hello. There were, Tony's videos, so they're obviously up there. Hopefully, they are going to work. Get rolling. I didn't see if how the view count or whatever, but other side. So it's YouTube. So hopefully we're on. Or maybe that's why we've only only 30.
On.
Yeah, because 30 it starts to look right here on our numbers as far as right now. A few minutes in now, nearly 3 dozen. So I think we're okay. But in addition to Tony's videos and our show today, and we'll chop up all of our videos hopefully before the games start. Shouldn't be drinking in the morning. We'll have Mindy. We have videos today from Tim Irwin makes his debut. Collins Brown also with some previews. Collins previewed a couple other games, I think, but he got into a little bit of baseball talk with Tony a little bit. We know Collins is a college baseball coach and a former player. So check out our videos today on the YouTube channel. Lots of content today, some extra videos from some of the crew. So Tyrone says, those 2 NBA games don't matter. It's time. Batter up. Right. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game.
Yeah, anyone taking a day off for opening day? I mean, my brother, that was his big day to take off, other than, the start of March Madness, the tourney. Anyone else taking some days off to go watch your opening day?
Good to see everyone here. Hey, real quick, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're going to start the show here in just a moment. We want to look and see what happened yesterday here at Tony's Picks. Hey, it was Rafi Riddles on top here of the handicapper leaderboards. Hold on here. Where am I? Okay, here we go. Rafi Riddles, 3-0 today. I hope I'm right on that, Rafi.
I think so, because I think Tony said Riddles yesterday.
Okay, I wanted to be. And if it's not, Rafi, we haven't seen him yet or heard from him, but if it's not, hard for me to say, but I would say change it and make it. Okay, Collins was 4-1 yesterday. Nick Bartini 4-1. Joshua Pope 2-0. Sean Dinwiddie 3-1. I was 3-1, and Mindy, you also were 3-1 yesterday. What'd you have?
Well, I had the 3 plays in the NBA, so swept. I'm up to 9 games in a row, so I need to, now keep that going. But I did lose my hockey game. I had the over. The game went well under for the Capitals, so that was my one play. That was my one play there that it didn't fare so well. But yeah, kind of a strange hockey day yesterday. But I see, Ramon, you got a couple wins, right?
I had the winner on my premium pick yesterday, Florida and Toronto under. Also gave out my Twitter pick was the Islanders on the road against the Capitals. And then in the evening, that Minnesota-Colorado game, was a push for me on the total. Short card there, but man, we got a big card of hockey today. We're going to get to it. So the order today will be Major League Baseball, followed by the NIT final. Um, also, then Major League Baseball. Oh, sorry, Major League Baseball, NIT, NBA, and NHL.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So, wow, Mindy, 9 in a row. You say in your hockey picks, huh?
Yeah. So if you type in the NBA there, you'll see them. Not NHL.
Oh, NBA.
NBA. Yeah.
NBA. There they are. Wow. Look at this. Okay. Oh boy. Yesterday, the Wolves and the Suns under, Mavs Sixers under, Heat Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks. And there you see just a full page of winners right there for you. 9 straight winners. Hello. Good job, Mindy. All right. We'll have packages up. We want to get our show picks going, though, here and see what we agree on before we get rolling. So stay tuned, subscribers to Mindy and I, for those early baseball. Just be patient. We'll get those games up. Big day. Probably have multiple cards, is what I'm thinking, Mindy. Probably maybe an early pick or two, and then I'll have an afternoon card and then an evening card, kind of
fill the day.
Just fill the day, right? And then we'll also have big hockey. NBA, I don't know. We might just cover it right here and see how we do. So take a look there. And packages ready. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including those from Mindy and I on Thursday as we get ready for baseball. Look at Hollywood Sam for the last 7 days, up 1,700. Tiffany Mance, she's up 1,300. I'm up 1,300. Mindy, you're up a dime. Nick's up 1,100. Some good winners right there on the site. And over the last 30 days, there I am at plus 3,000 units. Took me, quite a few plays to get there. Well, Nick, you see Nick, he only needs about 25% of that. So he's got a better percentage. That's what you're looking for. So I definitely can ride with Nick. Sam also up 1,100. Tony T having a pretty good month as well. And our morning steam team. And, well, I made it, Mindy. So maybe I can get that new nickname of Mr. 6,000. Nearly 61 units so far here for 2023. Tony, kind of embarrassing talking about leading the universe or whatever, but
no, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's not easy playing them at 100 at a time, but hey, pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of that. We'll see if we can't add to it with baseball today, everybody. All right.
Exactly. Let's keep it going, Ramon. Keep it rolling.
Get rolling. Let's get rolling with this. I mean, we're not waiting. We got, I don't know. Now I see it stuck on 32, and it feels like we should have more than 32 at this point. So maybe what they were saying was right. Let's say, I just want to say hello to a few more people here that checked in with us today. Nathan Cerna is here. And also, Blake's ready for a baseball team. Butterscotch wants WrestleMania bets.
Hulk Hogan?
Dart Thrower's ready for maybe some NIT action. He's a college basketball expert.
Okay.
All right. Smash and like, Latifah says. Let's get going. Let's get going on baseball. Anybody here now? Not here by now. They don't want any baseball. So let's get rolling. Fit this a full card to start to see, not a full card tomorrow because some of these cold weather sites do take a day off to kind of guarantee that those tickets for the opener are in case there's a rain out or whatever. Sea Spill is here. Nice to see you. How you been? All right. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball. And we're going to start with top of the board. These will be in chronological order. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Washington Nationals. Max Fried, pretty big favorite here. Update this. Make sure we got the latest odds. And ready to go. Okay, I'm seeing that the Braves are down to about 235 actually here, Mindy. Maybe a slight move on that big price. Can't be that dominant a favorite on opening day, even against Patrick Corbin. Tony's already making fun of Patrick Corbin. I'm showing actually the total here also dropping pretty significantly. 7.5 over 15 now. Um, okay, Mindy, here we go with baseball.
Well, it's one of those that I tend to kind of agree with Tony. I mean, Corbin, he's been, pretty terrible over the last year. 6.31 ERA. I really like Max Fried. I really like this Braves lineup. It's one of those, like we were kind of talking about power rankings. Of course, they're probably in the top 1, 2, or 3. I would say there. But for me, because of these, you know, this big Braves lineup versus the Nationals pitcher, that isn't great. I'm going to go over the total of 7.5 here today.
All right, Mindy's going to take the over 7.5 Braves and Nationals. Already on this one, huh? It's been dipping big time, and there's no doubt that the move is on the under. I would think when you look at the total here,
Sure.
there were definitely some eights out there. Let me see if there's. I want to see if there's currently still eights. There was some steam to the over, but man, now it seems to have dropped significant. It's like I said, dropped here.
I just
So
think the Braves might be able to get all 8 runs themselves. So,
you guys are so bad. I mean, Patrick Corbin's got a family. He's got friends. He's got teammates.
uh,
Here's Angel on the National. CC, hello to you. C-Spill asks about the Miami Open, and I'll mention right now, real quick, we're in the baseball here. I've got a pick in the Miami Open as my
do ya? Nice.
sponsored video. Yeah, I got a sponsored video for one of the night matches. Take a look here on Tony's picks here. Might not be up just yet, but I do have a selection tonight in the Miami Open. It's just for C-Spill tonight. Nobody else can go look at it. Just C-Spill.
Mm.
All right. So Angel was on the Nationals. TJ Braves first 5 here. Hello to Lucky Power here today. Angel says public going to be on the Braves. I guess they are. Blake likes the under here in this one. I don't know how Clement is losing because we've got a bunch of winners.
Yeah. Which bet? Which bet?
Percent better doesn't like the Nats to have any offense here in this one. So let me just address this real quick. I know we're on the first game. This kind of just spans the league. However, don't forget. I mean, these are new rules, and we'll see how those come. But to me, I think the left-hander is going to rake. I mean, if you can't put the shift on, I expect a lot of singles to right field by left-handed batters all day long. I expect increased batting averages for left-handed hitters. Remember, back before there was people shifting and all that. Remember, there were some great left-handed hitters that would
That's
just
right.
mash, and hit like 330 every year. Now that's probably not going to happen in today's day and age, but can't stop them anymore.
Well, it's going to be, you're going to see a lot more of the, closer to 280 hitters than the 230, 240 hitters like last season.
I just think offense will be on the rise. And the thing about the larger bases, oh, okay, maybe it's only 3 inches and it's a rest, but I don't know. It's still these little margins. And the other thing I'll mention is that spring training games averaged 26 minutes less than last year's spring training games. Now, I don't expect that to completely carry over to the regular season because spring training games in general are faster than regular season games throughout time, but I would expect game times to be drastically reduced. I will say that likely between 10 and 20 minutes, all up and down the line will be my prediction for today when the comparisons come out compared to last year. I think game times will be down at least 10 minutes, if not 20. That's the window that I see there. So, all right. And let's see any more. Oh, yeah. Yep, not a fan of Corbin. TJ on the over here. It's probably going to be the way I'm going to look too. I don't know if I'll be coming in. I feel like I might have more overs right now because these numbers just kind of, to me, look like the same type of totals as last year. Now it is opening day, so going to have a lower. TJ asking about the pitch clock. I know that I hear both opinions right now as far as you know who's going to benefit from a pitch clock. I think the better the pitcher, the more it will benefit good pitchers. So that's Tyrone. Oops, on a different game there. So all right. Latifa on the over. Atlanta first five here. Percent better. Talking about Tony Gwynn. I love it. Of course, hey, Mindy, I don't know this. I can't say it now, but with San Diego State in the Final Four, do you know that Tony Gwynn is the all-time leader at San Diego State in assists in basketball?
What?
Yep.
I had no
he
idea.
he was an incredible basketball player, and
Really? Okay.
by many accounts, he may have been able to play professional basketball. But still, you
Nice.
think
I
of
did not know
a
that.
great
Cool.
program with some great basketball players. No one has more career assists for San Diego State basketball than Tony Gwynn.
Awesome. Good info. I'm
How about that?
impressed. I didn't know he was a basketball player at all. I
He
don't
was,
remember him being,
he was the star.
particularly tall. So obviously he was, probably a guard, and of course,
He
then
was the
you
star of the
lead an
team.
assist, right?
Had a good player to play with him. A guy people might remember was a pretty good player by the name of Michael Cage. Was a strong forward. So, Aaron Clark, nice to see you here. All right, Mindy, I'll go on the over with you to start our card. In this one, maybe we'll need it from the Braves to beat up Tyrone Corbin, but again, I'm going to bank on the fact that I think that runs will be a little bit higher. So, all
Look
right.
at us consensus play right off the bat.
Yeah, why not? Okay, let's keep it moving. We got to go. We got to
All right, here we
turn
go.
the games here. Sorry about the a little bit of tidbits though there, and mostly though that important information about what we think might happen with baseball. Will be interesting to see with these rules today. Giants and Yankees, very nice matchup here with the Giants and Yanks. The Yankees a minus $1.80, total 720. Webb and Cole.
Yeah, I mean, so we were talking about teams that the public like to bet on. That would be this Yankees team, but Logan Webb, he definitely had the better ERA last season. Also 4-1 versus the Yankees as well. Cole 5-1 versus the Giants, so it should be a pretty good pitching matchup. But I think it's a little bit overinflated for me. This minus 180. I'm gonna take the Giants here, 1.5 runs, minus 140.
All right, the Giants for Mindy on the money line as a dog. Mindy's going to come in early with this dog here with Webb.
Run line.
Oh, taking them on the run line
Correct.
minus $1.40. You say?
Yeah, plus 1.5 runs,
Yeah,
minus
gotcha, Mindy. Okay,
the
no
Nerfies
problem.
pulling out, TJ. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll see a lot of that.
See, was that Ramon? Were you getting the Nerfy tattoo or the?
Yeah, well, it was me and it was Collins and I
Right.
because we
Right.
were.
I didn't know who was getting which one.
Nerfy and Nerfy, but not something necessarily that we cover here. I think what we're going to, be covering here on the show is what we offer as far as premium picks, and that is money lines, run lines, totals, first five, also in those categories. So that's what we'll be offering this season here. I would think with the website. So, okay, in this one, let's see if we got any. Not many. Everybody's ready for that first one. Here's TJ on the Giants. Okay. And there was some reported steam in this game as well. It came in on the over. Um, Pretty interesting that it did. And that's probably the way I'm going to end up. I don't know. No,
I
no,
don't
I don't think so. I think I'm going to be on the under here, actually.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ramon, under.
Yeah. Under.
Under.
I'm going to
Gotcha.
go under, even at 7. I've got to go under at 7. And Dave's ready for July 4th. Ready
Can't
to
wait
bet
till
on the
snap.
hot dog eating contest. Yeah. All right. Orioles and Red Sox. In this one, we've got the Sox favored here at home, minus $1.20. The total 9 under 15. Well, here's a total that may get a little, may get some runs in Boston today.
Right, right. It's one of these that I like this Orioles team. As you know, Ramon, we made lots of money on the Orioles last season, but they just haven't really been historically great on opening days. Red Sox, on the other hand, they have been really good on opening days at home. Kluber 4-1. Also here at Fenway, I'm going to take Boston today, minus
All
120.
right. All right. I kind of was looking to take Orioles, but I thought I thought there'd be a better price. Uh, maybe the people are still going to back the O's a little bit, but at even money, I just don't know if I can do it. I wanted to take the Orioles in this one for a few days, but I didn't know they were going to come
A few
down
days.
here.
Uh,
Yeah. So Angel does like the Orioles.
yeah, so that's his team, huh?
TJ on the over. Scotch. A lot of action here on the O's today. So Latifa on the over. Oh boy, I don't know. I'll be on the under in this one. Even though I just talked up all the runs, I'm going to try to take an under here at 9 runs. There's Gibson and Kluber to open up. So Orioles go with Gibson on opening day. How about that?
Yeah, not too bad.
All right. Brewers and Cubs. Corbin Burns on the mound took some steam here, but now a pretty reasonable price at just $1.40. In fact, I'm showing it down to $1.35 at some spots here. Some talk about the Cubs have built it up, back up a little bit. I think they're getting some attention from futures bettors, thinking that they're providing some value this year. Maybe the Cubs will get it back going a little bit after some rough times, let's just say. And well, we know Corbin Burns, he can be dominant. He's still probably one of the elite pitchers, but we did see some flaws late last season a little bit, but still, it's going to be a road favorite here at the Cubs. And Marcus Stroman still gunning it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I liked Corbin Burns last season. I guess then he lost his arbitration, so it's going to be interesting to see how he goes out this season. He did go 0-1 versus the Cubs last year. I like this Cubs team and who they acquired, right? They got Swanson, they got Bellinger. Stroman went 1-0 last season versus the Brewers here. He had a 1.37 ERA in his 3 starts. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs here on the run line, minus 145.
Well, I wanted to take the Cubs here on the money line, but if Mindy wants to take them on the run line, I'll do it with Mindy.
Okay, okay.
Take the 1.5 here with Stroman. Let's see if what they've been talking about is the case with the Cubs. Will they be back this season a little bit? They've spent a little money. They've shored some areas up. We shall see. So I'll do it with you, Mindy. I'll take the Cubs and Marcus Stroman against Corbin Burns. Look, I mean, I think this one probably going to be. I think it's going to be a lower score. I think it'll be an under, probably. We'll see. But let's take the Cubs here plus a 1.5 on opening day.
Yeah, I always think the bullpens are the hardest to figure out early on. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do today.
Percent better does like the under here. And dart thrower, no, likes the Nerfy with these two pitchers. Okay. Tigers and Rays here with Rodriguez for the Tigers. Pretty big price. I mean, Rodriguez can do it a little bit, but McClanahan, we know he's well, I don't know. Maybe it's more about the Rays here. I mean, he's definitely can be solid. But 235, man, don't be disrespecting these Tigers right out of the gate like that. Are they going to be terrible again? I mean, they showed some life here and there. 235, wow, total
Yeah.
720 now. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we know it's one of those things. The Tigers were pretty woeful, right? I mean, they scored the fewest runs. They had the fewest home runs. They had some of the worst ERAs. It's just one of those that this Tigers team, it's one of those like I hope for the parity that they can go ahead and turn this around. But they are only 1-5 versus the Rays over the last season here. Again, this bullpen for the Rays, I think it's going to be one of those. The Tigers are going to have a hard time scoring in this one. I'm going to go under the total of 7 here today.
And I'm going to agree with you, Mindy. Let's go under in this one. It's juiced up a little bit, no doubt about it, but I want the under here. Can they get the bats going? I'm not sure. Tigers and over, though, 4% better.
Ooh,
Butterscotch, though, likes the under with us. And Jamal here. Good to see Jamal. Oh, we did say hello, I think, and he's going to be on the Rays here on the money line. Yeah, 235, 230. Not too interested in that, and I'm not necessarily interested either on the run line. So let's do it, Mindy. Let's go under and get us another play here on opening day.
all right.
Another premium consensus. Remember, you can purchase our premium consensus plays. If you miss the show, don't want to watch the show, we talk too much, we don't give enough picks, that seems implausible, but you can go to Tony'sPicks.com and subscribe to these picks that you get absolutely free here on the show. But if you miss the show, and we do benefit, Mindy and I get paid off of those, so if you're going to be out of town or something, you can subscribe to the picks and make sure you don't miss the picks, even if you miss the show. So thanks, Winning Wager, for some great information there about Rodriguez. And I agree. I like Rodriguez, but we'll see. Tampa, whatever you want to say about Tampa, they always find a way.
They seem to, huh?
It's not like they're out there spending big bucks. They just got a great program. They got some, they pay a little money, but it just seems like they're always there, right? Matt D's fired up. Yeah. We'll be in action early here. We got to get out here and get these picks in. Phillies and Rangers. It's interesting to see more than one interleague game, obviously, with 15 games. We've got 3 interleague matchups and another change in baseball this year, Mindy. Instead of playing each team in your division 19 times, teams would only play their division opponents 13 times, and you play everyone in baseball this year. So I think that is more fair. Probably more fair to those teams that play in tougher divisions. Teams, Red Sox, Yankees, Rays. We think of, those teams in that division with Orioles and even Blue Jays. Those 5 teams. Those teams are tough. You've got the National League West with their stacked lineups as well. So play every team in your division just 13 times, and we'll play everybody in baseball at least once. So, or I think it may be 4 games. I'm not even sure, but you play everybody now. Here's Phillies and the Rangers. Rangers have a new ace. His name is Jake DeGrom. Going up against the Phillies and Nola here, Mindy. The Rangers are minus $1.30. The total 6.5 over 15.
Yeah, I mean, we know that the Rangers fired a ton of money at the club last season, and they came up short in the pitching department again. They were a team that could definitely hit, just couldn't stop anyone the other way. They were the Rangers here were like fifth in scoring, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't keep anyone down. I like Degrom. I like I like his work. Right, I like his whole body of work. And Nola, he seems to struggle a little bit on the road. I mean, we saw that a little bit last season. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rangers. I think they got their missing pieces. I think they're going to be a team that can definitely go ahead and compete this year. I'm going to take the Rangers here at home, minus 120.
Great matchup. And Angel says, you got the Phillies bats. They've obviously spent some money as well. And we saw Turner as a big star in the World Baseball Classic. Angel says, watch out for that bullpen of the Rangers. Pretty bad. But, they could get better if their starting pitching might be a little bit deeper, like some of these guys. I think that kind of helps a little bit. But, yeah, the names aren't there, that's for sure. Here's Mario. Texas wants to lay the half a run. Texas first 5. Butterscotch says DeGrom, if his arm doesn't fall off, he'd probably be a lot better. And, Latifa might be looking. She's a Phillies fan. We know this now. And DeGrom obviously owned the Phillies with the Mets. Jamal, Philly and under. TJ, Angels first 5. And no doubt about it, DeGrom is why they're favored, but I expect him to be able to make a big impact here in this one. Mention those career statistics. I'll be on with Mindy in this one on the Rangers on opening day. A little bit of enthusiasm there for the Rangers. Phillies obviously going to be pretty good, pretty darn good. World Series contender, I would think. Here they spent some money. They're going to be pretty good. We'll see. It's going to be a great season. With rule changes, player switches. Mindy, you mentioned it to me a little bit, talking about the impact of new players at your fantasy draft. You saw a lot of players,
Yeah, a lot. I was like, who are they?
Well, you mentioned it to me like that, but I was like, maybe people are gambling a little bit too much on new talent. I mean,
right. A lot of AAA guys being drafted out there as what they could do in the future, right?
And let's see any more. Oh, Ramsey World, nice to have you here today.
All right.
All right. And Angel's got the day great. Butterscotch, I love batter versus pitcher. Certainly, I am into batter versus pitcher. You guys, I know a lot of people do not like batter versus. They say they don't put a lot of stock into it. I think baseball batter and pitcher is the ultimate mind game, and I think that's why batter versus pitcher is so important. Why one guy can have success over the other, because it's one on one, what pitch is coming. I think that has. I think
there's so many. I mean, I think there's so many different release points that pitchers have. So when you're, in the box, you're looking, at different release points. And for some batters, that's going to be, one pitcher is going to be, that you can see better than not. And I think that has a lot to do with it, too, when it comes to the batter pitcher matchups and someone that just has someone's number.
Great sage information from a great player at Nebraska Omaha, legendary third baseman Mindy Hahn, one of the great defensive players in Mavericks history.
That's right.
Coming to you.
That is true. It's still official. I still lead in some statistical categories. What, 25 years later, something like that? Even with less games played. How about that, Ramon?
That's right. Well, it was a different game. Come on.
It was a different game. There was a lot more 1-0 games rather than now it's like 8-7 games.
You were cheating up playing 10 feet from the batter, risking your life.
I did.
All right.
I still wish, though, that I could have used the bat technology that they have now.
Ooh.
I'm really interested. And so our alumni event is coming up here at the end of
Oh,
April, and they are having like a home run contest. Well, I'm tempted just to get in it, just so I could see what the bats are like. But I'm old and I would not hit any home runs.
I feel bad here. Letting my $300 bats go to waste as I've
Right.
unofficially temporarily retired here for the last couple of years since the pandemic. Pretty much, I came back for a little bit, but I'm out of action now. Pirates and the Reds here. Hunter
Uh,
Green, he's in there today, so let's take a look. The Reds are favored here at home, $1.35, 8/50. Oh, that total looks like it's dropping here. 8/15, Keller and Green.
yeah, it's one of these like this is a strange game for me because I don't really find, either of these teams particularly, big powerhouses when it
Hmm.
comes to offense. But if I take a look at what they've been, doing here in preseason, I mean, if you look down their, scores, they've all been scoring over like 8 runs. Pirates are giving up a minimum of 7 runs. Keller has this 8.18 ERA. I think I got to go over the total here today in this one, Ramon.
All right. We're going over the 8. I think I like that now. I like it for sure. I want to be on with Mindy here and go over in the Pirates and the Reds. The only shame I have is that this game is not the first game of the day, and Cincinnati hasn't played the traditional opener in years. But do you guys remember? Do you guys know? I mean, the Reds used to be the first game every year. The
I
first
didn't know that.
game to start was always the Reds. They have a
Hmm.
parade celebrating opening day in Cincinnati, and they were always the first game, but no longer. They still have parade, but no longer is the Reds
Huh.
the
Why'd they
first.
get off of that? Do you know?
Just because of stupid baseball things, stupid things that happen in modern day society that have ruined tradition.
Traditional baseball as we know it. All right.
And of course, you think about uh, tragedy one time, Cincinnati, in opening day, Mindy, the home plate umpire, uh, passed away before the game,
Okay.
and they couldn't play the game. But Cincinnati Reds owner Marge Schott said, once he had left for the hospital, that hey, why not just play the game now? We got, he's
I do remember her. Yeah, it's funny.
here's Reds money line for Blake. John McSherry was. I should
Huh.
say his name, and that's not a funny moment, but something that happened on opening day. Just opening day memory. Opening day memories with Ramon. Fernando's on the Pirates. Arthur doesn't like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's own the Reds, says Brent. New year. Anybody see Ken Griffey Jr. hitting balls out of the park at the World Baseball Classic? Wasn't that something? He's
See, it gives an old girl hope. See, that's how I see it.
There you go. Well, and not only that, Mindy, and know that people have seen this a little bit. Out of the opening day rosters, Ken Griffey Jr. is the 4th highest paid player on the Reds.
I did see that. I cannot even believe that he's still getting paid. Oh man.
Okay, percent better. He's feeling like an under here. Hey, you gotta look. The Green's still young.
Yeah, and he just throws so hard, man.
Why couldn't,
103, like, geez.
why couldn't Ken Griffey Jr. come back and play?
I could. Maybe they should just get the new team there in what Blake said in Tennessee, where it could just be like a whole bunch of old guys that get back together.
Okay, Mindy, we're on the over there. I don't even know how many games we're going to get on here, but let's keep
Yeah,
it going with a big card today.
right.
Try to get out of here. We got to get out. We got to finish in 2 hours. Come on.
We're not doing well, Ramon.
We're not only the first show. We're the longest and the longest winded. Here's the Mets and the Marlins. The Mets are favored $1.25. Here's the think I'm going to go with this as the marquee pitching matchup
Yeah,
of the day, even
for
though we've got
sure.
a bunch of aces out there with Max and Alcantara. Max a road favorite here, but I don't know. I mean, if you took off the lineups and you just put blank lineups, would you have the Mets a favorite on the road? Do you have Max still better than Alcantara? Um, Mets $1.25, 6.5 over 25.
Yeah,
What
I
you
mean,
got?
it's going to be, intriguing. We know that Alcantara, he's been better than Scherzer statistically here. I mean, just an outstanding pitching matchup here to start the season. But it's one of those that the Marlins still haven't been able to show me that they can have any sort of run support, for their ace pitcher there. I don't know. I can't see a ton of runs here being scored in this game. They've only averaged about 2 runs total here in the preseason. I'm going to go under that 6.5. Stay true to myself from last season, going under the total here.
All right, Mindy, on the under here. I'm going to take a shot with Max and the Mets. Think maybe, yeah, it could be, as you mentioned, kind of low scoring game. And here's a percent better on the Marlins. And Butterscotch says he likes the under in this one with Mindy. I'm going to try the Mets here as a road favorite. I'm going to trust Max to keep him in this game. Winning wagers on the Mindy's shirts, the
Oh,
Angels too. I like that Nike shirt with the Angel logo. All right, Mindy on the under, and I'm on the Mets today in this one. We're still in the late afternoon window of games here. All right, Mindy's, one of her favorite teams is the
my
Angels.
other
This
favorite team. Yes, correct.
the Royals, and let's talk about what people are talking about. There's actually been. I'm not saying that they're saying the Royals, to turn things around, but there's some optimism the Royals will be improved this year. But they still have Greinke out there on opening day. So, what do you got here, Mindy? I don't want to say. I just said we had the best pitching matchup. This might be the weakest pitching matchup.
Right. I mean, that could be the case. I mean, Royals is the team I like to root for during the day, and the Angels are the team that I like to root for at nighttime. That's just kind of how it's how it's been for me. I was always like a real big Sean Figgins fan, back in the day. But I don't know. I think this is going to be. I think it's going to be a pretty good one, right? I mean, but I still think the Twins are a better team here on paper. I still think they have the better bullpen. Uh, these Royals, they always allow the 27th most runs. I feel like I have to go with the Twins in this one, as
All
much as I
right,
don't want to, but I'm taking the Twins.
all right, Mindy on the Twins here against the Royals with Pablo Lopez here. Jamal Twins money line. Fernando maybe on the Twins. Not sure who's sitting out opening day. Who wants to just see what happens and see if the team, see what happens with these clubs. I'll take the over in this one, Mindy. Come on. I mean, with these pitchers, I'm gonna try it. I gotta try it.
Remember, like it was like I think it was like last year or the year before, they put up like 20 runs in their first game. Like total, it was like 21. It was crazy.
I mean, I'm Mr. Under in all sports, but I do want to play some overs here and see if what I feel is the case as far as the rules, the no shift. I mean, to me, the only rule that I really have the biggest problem with is no shift. I
Yeah.
think as a traditionalist, I'm giving into all this stuff. Put a stupid runner out there in extra innings in the regular season. Let's get the. Here's the thing: you want the game's over with, and now we got the pitch clock, and then you got that rule. Uh, we might be overdoing it a little bit, but I'm going to stand by the fact that I think the no shift is the biggest thing right now as far as these new rules are
Right.
concerned. That's going to affect the scores of the games, and that's why I believe scoring will be up this season because of the no shift. I think that is the biggest biggest thing that I see moving forward. Here's percent better on the Royals. And Jamal, yes, I'll take the over in this one, Jamal. All right. And yeah, I know Dart loves no shift, and I think a lot of that's going to help score. It's going to help make these games exciting. I just feel like I should be able to play my defense wherever I want. I know this guy hits it right here. Why can't I put my defense right there? What's next? Only zone in basketball? What's next in football? Do the safeties have to stay in between the numbers? What do you, I mean? What
I
are you
mean,
going to
they
do
kind
next?
of do that now, right? I mean, they tell you where you have to, start at. But I agree with you. I mean, I think you should be able to play your defense however you would like. Um, I don't know. I don't know what the real reason for that rule is. I think it comes down to batters are the ones that needed to adjust to the shift, nothing else.
Are we going to draw 20-foot radius circles around each position that the defensive player will have to remain
We
in
have to start.
until the pitch is delivered? All right, I'm getting a little crazy here. Okay, yeah, scoring was up in the spring training. Just hard to tell though until we get to the real deal. I think there's a Yurfee. I think for Angel here, official play. He's got a Yurfee on this game, a winning wager with a play here. Butterscotch says Greinke still got it at home. He's taking Minnesota. And let's see, one more big comment there. 28 and 26 and opening to hay. Right. Yeah, TJ. Yeah, but how are you going to police that? When can you do? Hey, Mindy, I want you to say hello to John Holland. Have we met John? Welcome to the morning steam. Not sure that we've met before, but we're happy to have you and your comment and
For
your
sure.
pick. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Yeah, right. And not just players like these lefty hitters that their averages will definitely go up. I think of players, that players like Don Mattingly who could just put the ball, shoot it to between first base and second base on this one. I'm on the over, and Mindy is on the Twins. All right, here we go. Thank you, John. Okay, he's been with us before. Probably has been checking in, it sounds like. All right, the Blue Jays and Manoah on the road here in the Cards. The Blue Jays, oh boy, we're seeing some movement on this one. I'm showing this one now as a pick'em. Looks like the action's coming in on the Cards here. This one's a pick'em, 7.5 over 15.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think the Cardinals are playing the Houston Astros today, right? Where they got beat by 23 runs. I think this again should be a pretty outstanding pitching matchup here today. And plus, you have two pretty decent bullpens here. I'm going to go under the total of 7.5 runs here today.
All right, Mindy under here, Toronto and the Cards. I don't know what's behind this move necessarily because I thought I wanted to play Toronto here. Let's take a look and see. Here's Angel on Toronto as well. He wants a Manoah Scotch lock. All right, that's good enough for me. I'm on Toronto. I wanted to be on Toronto. I'm getting a reduced price here. Thank you, Fernando. Smash and like. Fernando also on the Jays. John on the Jays. A lot of Jays support here right now. Yeah, for sure. So interesting to say the least.
Yeah, they like the way the lines moved. That's for sure, right?
Well, and we can get a better price. Latifa also on the Jays. I don't know, Butterscotch. Yeah, I'm gonna not go that far just yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that
beat by
was
24.
everybody was talking about that score. I didn't actually see the final, but I know
I thought it was 1-24. That's why I was thinking it was. They got beat by 23. It's a lot, no matter how you look at it.
And percent better as well. All right. Yeah, as far as these crazy rule change, I mean, no, look. I didn't want the DH. Now I like the DH. Don't get the pitcher bat out. They can't hit anyways. I'm all about that. I've come around on a lot of these rules as an older person. Really embraced them to a certain extent, but the shift, that's the one I don't want to see. And again, and that's kind of a new thing in a way. And if, in fact, if you think about it, it's not that very traditional, right? The shift, especially that big one where you pull the third baseman and put him over into short right field, that's only been going on, for 5 years, maybe if that. That the team started to actually say, "Why aren't we doing this?" And again, it's the fault of the batters, right? Because
Correct.
they,
Again, everyone's like, "Oh, well, the batting averages are down." Well, that's also the fault of the batters. Or they could say, "Well, it's humidors for the baseballs," whatever you want to say. But it comes down to, it's to me, it's the batters not doing their job, not getting their job done, maybe not focusing, maybe not putting in the work. I mean, that's how I see that.
because they think, me hitting this ball, trying to hit the ball over the right field fence is still going to be more effective. I don't think it's more effective than shooting the ball to the left side. I talked about Tony Gwynn, who could put the ball between third
Anywhere.
base and shortstop with his eyes closed. All
Right.
right, White Sox and Astros here. The Astros. This one's gone down too. $1.45, maybe even lower. 7/25.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one too that's intriguing, right? Because you have two really good pitchers, but you also have lineups that are just fully loaded. I do like off-season acquisitions here on both sides as well. I still think this one's going to get over the total today, no matter how it goes. Even with two pretty good pitchers, both of these teams can just hit lights out, going over.
All right, Angels on the White Sox. I'm with you, Mindy. I'll just say it right now before I get to the chat's picks. I'm on the over with you at the 7.5. Yeah, we're not. Oh, we can get 7/25 backstage, I think. Fernando says he needs a bounce back. I don't know. Mindy went 3-1 in premiums. I went 3-1 in premiums. Fernando, what's going on? Let's try to get some winners. Here's Fernando also, though he wants the under maybe in this one. I did see percent better. Thinks the White Sox will shock some people this season. Butterscotch going against us here wants the under. I'm on the over here with Mindy. Jamal wants Houston. I think the Whites. I like the value on the underdog here. I like the price maybe on the underdog. I'm not sure yet. Okay, Latifah's asking about a previous game. What did she say? Oh, on St. Louis and Toronto. I went with Toronto. Yep, thank you, Angel. Yep. All right, here's the Astros money line parlay with Dodgers run line for TJ. Percent better on the White Sox. All right. All right, we're on the over here, Mindy.
All
I
right,
want to take some overs. I gotta
pick your
remember.
spot.
Remember we were talking. Remember last year when we talked about that game, Mindy, with Tony La Russa.
That the guy called it.
I know there's some people here from our chat from last year, but did you guys remember that one when Tony La Russa was managed? Well, he's still man, but the fan was telling Tony La Russa to put the pinch runner in, and you could hear the fan yelling, and Tony's looking around like he doesn't know what's going on, like he's just getting older and he's confused. And then he calls timeout and walks out and puts the pinch runner in, just like the guy in the stands was telling him to.
That was pretty fun.
And it wasn't like it wasn't like he was going to do right, Mindy. Everybody's yelling. The other fans started yelling. The players were kind of pointing. Do it, Tom.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, Tim Anderson might be healthy this year. We'll see.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, he's one of my favorite players for sure. Larusa. Oh God, that was funny. Okay, we're on it. Here we go. We got to keep going. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Rockies and
We're almost an hour already.
and again, here it is. This one's been moved to the evening. So uh, Padres here with Blake Snell. Snell got better as the season went along. He started pretty slow last year. Going up against Marquez, tough match. Padres a big favorite here, but this one kind of smells to me a little bit. Here's the total also has gone down to 7/15.
Oh, I think it's going to be a one-sided victory by the Padres. It's just one of those Marquez. He has, trouble on the road. I'm going to go under the total. I think it's just going to be all one-sided, all Padres. Not sure if they're going to be able to get to 7 themselves. So I'm going to go under the total here.
Okay, Mindy on the under here, Padres and Rockies. I'm going to take the Rockies on the run line plus 1.5.
Ramon.
Yep, at minus 115.
Don't you do it.
Yep, taking the Rockies on the run line.
Against your team? Come on, Ramon. We can't both go against our team on day one, can we?
Well, Musgrove would have been the opening day starter for the Padres. He has a broken toe. He's almost ready to go, but he'll still have to miss a few starts. So Snell gets the call over guys like Yu Darvish, maybe. They're all of a sudden you'll say you because of maybe he was at the World Baseball Classic. It doesn't make any sense to me. And in those games should have got you ready to go. Want to say hello to Jahangir Shan. Welcome. Nice to have you. Pleasure to have you. And here's a percent better on the Padres. Angel on the Padres. Padres have spent all this money. I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, I know what's going to be. Look, the Dodgers are getting attention because they're the Dodgers, right, Mindy? But I think you look up and down the Dodgers. I think Tony's kind of pointed it out because he's kind of I don't say he's making excuses if the Dodgers don't win it this year. But they've drawn back a little bit, maybe saving their money to get your man Ohtani over to the Dodgers. I think that is obvious what Tony's talking about there. So we shall see, but. Nonetheless, the Padres still will have to prove it on the field. Here's Butterscotch, minus 1.5. I mean, they spend money. It's amazing the Padres have spent this money, and they are one of the teams that were affected by that television situation where they didn't get their payment. They're, the company that had the rights did not meet their payment with the Padres. So there's a little bit of financial situation here, how that's going to shake out. Doesn't matter. The Padres have an angel owner, if you will. I mean, Seidler is the man in charge, but they've got a little bit of backing as well from other members of the ownership team that's a little more quiet. Here's TJ run.
Yeah, Rockies play the Padres good at home, but not necessarily on the roads. We'll see, Ramon.
Jamal on the Padres. Padres are my team, Angel.
I know. Oh, you mean I know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Latifa going against Ramon's team again.
I don't trust the team to win the World Series, but that's just because I have a lifetime of disappointment.
Until this weekend, when your team is going to go.
I hate the Dart. I know Dart's in favor of these rules, but I thought the commercials are kind of a slap in the face here, making fun of their own rule changes a little bit. So Velocut's here today as well. Nice to see you.
Hello. Yeah.
All right. All right, Mindy, I'm on the Rockies, and you are on the
under.
Under. I did say that, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I'm staying away from unders, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Mindy, you're wearing the Angels gear.
I am, only because of Ohtani on the mound.
Yeah, he's on the mound, minus 210. going up. I don't know who's the worst, who's the weakest team in baseball coming into the season.
The
Everybody,
A's.
is it the A's? Mindy, tell us why.
Because they don't spend any money, they don't have any fans,
Are they
they
coming to Las Vegas? Woohoo!
right. Yeah, they don't have a good pitching staff. There isn't any, big guys in their lineup. I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see. They're just a team that has to produce runs. And not saying that's a bad thing, right? That's kind of what the Rays had done for a long time before they actually got a little bit of firepower. Just a team that has to produce runs, but it's just a lot harder when you can't just put something out of the park here. I think Otani should breeze through this one. I'm going to go under the 7.
I'm Mindy taking the under here with the Angels and the A's. A little bit of fluctuating line here. What are we talking about now? 7 over 15. All right. Interesting in that one. Man.
What were their odds, Ramon, to win the World Series? The A's. It was pretty bad. What, like plus what, 50,000 or something?
Oh gosh, really? Are they indeed the bottom?
They were. I think I wrote it down here. Yeah, plus 50,000. They were ranked 30th.
Okay. Now, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, yeah, I see it now. And Washington's right there as well, I guess, huh? Pittsburgh, Colorado, Reds near the bottom. Okay. I guess I didn't look to the bottom too much.
Not in your power rankings. Didn't make it that far. Funny.
Okay, well, man, at this price, I guess I better make a choice. This is a great matchup for Otani. I mean, guess you got to kind of, if there's going to be a run line here, and I don't want to, hey, make no mistake between these run lines and what's been going on in hockey, right, with the puck lines. I mean, come on, no, it's not like you go on a, man advantage and pull your goalie or anything. Sure, your bullpen can blow up. I get it. But, I think sometimes these, the way the games finish, you don't see as many one-run games on some of these, like some backdoor cover type of thing. There always is a case sometimes, but all right, I'll take Angels on the run line here. Figure they'll destroy them to open up with Otani is the case. The most valuable player of the World Baseball Classic. Otani was terrific. So let's see if he keeps it going. And I know we're going to have some comments on this game, certainly. Probably be exactly what I was saying. Let's see. Hello to John Holland. Butterscotch here with Angels run line. Fernando on the under. Percent better says you're coming to Vegas. Here's someone on the A's. It's Angel. Latifa liking LA Angels here. Percent better on the A's. Yeah, maybe so, Butterscotch, but we did see Otani, the World Baseball Classic had a pitch limit, but those guys were throwing hard. So
I still think they'll try to get on quality starts today.
All right. Mindy, we're running out of games here on opening day. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, solos here today. Hello. Angels run line. Guardians and Mariners. Okay. Mariners here favored $1.20. The total 6.5 over 25. Last game.
2 games, right?
Oh yeah, the Angels too. The
Dodgers.
Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 good opening day pitchers here. I like them. Neither team's been putting up much of an offense here in the preseason. It's one I'm going to go under the total. I like to root for the Mariners as well. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total, but not quite sure who's gonna get this one today. So I'm more of a fan here. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total 6.5.
Okay, under for Mindy with Bieber and Castillo at 6.5. Did I say that? 6.5 over
That
25.
is correct.
Boy, these unders. I like I said, I want to get after some of these overs. I'm just not sure, but man, I feel like I want to get on some of these overs. Maybe this would be one of those spots. We'll see. For me, I'm gonna take Seattle in this one, minus a buck 15 with Castillo at home. Anything in the comments here? We've got John on the Mariners, TJ Mariners, percent better Mariners. Fernando's with you on the under, and looks like John is too. Also Mariners. Okay. One
Now
last
we made it to the end. Now we
yeah,
made it.
I wasn't going to leave out the Dodgers. I was just
You would have done it on purpose.
well, we're in chronological order, and I have the whole, I have the sheet with the National, American, and Interleague. So I kind of forgot to say it. Solo going over in that game. It looks like and Velo on the under. Okay, here we go. Diamondbacks and Dodgers. Zach Gallen, Julio Urias, a buck 65. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Wait a minute, the Dodgers not playing their minor league team here?
Well, I mean, I just think it's because Gallen, he played pretty lights out last season. It's one of those, he always took the Dodgers into late innings. The Dodgers had to come back from behind, winning close ones, usually like a 2-1. So I'm gonna go back to those kinds of trends here. I'm gonna go under 7.5 here today.
Okay. Yeah, if we're getting 7.5, let's do it. I'll go under with you in this one. Why not? At 7.5, I'll play that with you. I think it's a pretty good spot. Seems like a pretty good spot for the Dodgers at a buck 65. That seems almost cheap, but we'll see here. And I'll take the under with Mindy in the last game. So we've got some plays for sure. What do you guys got in the chat? Arizona money line for percent better.
Got ourselves a 7-pack of plays, Ramon.
John Holland Diamondbacks. Jamal Dodgers and Solo leading under with us. Judging by the fact that not a lot of nobody's liking the Dodgers here in this. Jamal does, but here's TJ on the under. All right, we got to go. We got to keep going. There's our baseball picks. What do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? 7? Woo!
I know.
A lot of support for Arizona here. Wow. The disrespect.
I know. Tony is not going to be happy at this.
Did the Dodgers open $1.80? They one online book offshore I know opened up $1.80, $1.70, but yeah, there's no doubt. There's down right now to as low as $1.55 at some spots. So if you want to talk about the terms value, I'd say the Dodgers are offering big time value here off of that discount price. I don't think we've seen any kind of, injury things pop up with the Dodgers that say they're going to be, shorthanded on opening day. We know, other than, Gonsolin's out right now, but, All right, let's keep going, Mindy. Let's go to the NIT next.
We'll go pretty fast. Finish up.
Yeah, we will. We got to get into not a lot of analysis from me today. Just Mindy's bringing the analysis today, and we'll just get through the show. All right. In this one, the NIT final, a Conference USA, the champion conference of the year. Alabama, Birmingham, and North Texas. Conference USA won the CBI. Conference USA has a team in the Final Four. Conference USA has the 2 teams in this game. Wow, Conference USA. You are the champions of the college basketball season. UAB in North Texas. This one got steam to the under, I think. Let me take a look here. I think that total is going to be wrong now. No, well, 128.5. Okay. It's actually gone up a little bit.
Well, let's just go ahead and go with UAB here. I do think they're the more experienced team. They did go ahead and beat North Texas in the conference, finals there. I think maybe it's one of those that this North Texas team maybe will just rely too much on the defense. That's kind of how I see that. I'm going to go ahead and lay the 2 with UAB here.
All right, Mindy on UAB in this one. Let's see. Dart thrower here likes North Texas. Okay. Not. And let's see here. Here's Velo Cuts. He likes North Texas here in this one to win it. And let's see here. UAB for Brent Cook. And John Holland likes North Texas. He's a little bit of a homer pick, he says. Hey, Buddy Rowe is here. Good to see Buddy Rowe here today. Looks like Mindy's not getting much support. Here's Butterscotch, though, on the money line. TJ on the under. I'll take under as well. Look, I mean, I'll be the first to admit that I maybe that, maybe that was luck the other day with that under, right? With no scoring by Wisconsin. But if you remember on the show, remember how I said Wisconsin probably won't score for the last 9 minutes of the game. Yeah, I think I said that, the exact words. And sure enough, that game stayed under. Now, here's the thing. Both these for the 2 regular season games went way over the total, especially considering the style of game that North Texas likes to play. The scores were I think they were 140, maybe even 150. If I remember, maybe I could look it up here real quick, actually, to get the exact info. I don't want to just paraphrase it, and didn't have it in my notes. But 145 and 161 with and there was also a 115. The regular season meetings were 115 and 161, and then the postseason meeting was 145. So, to me, though, I think North Texas can dictate its style here a little bit more against UAB. I'm going to end up going under in this one at 128.5 here. TJ with a lean to the under. Darren did say UAB. Did we already acknowledge that? Let's see what else here. Dart thrower had North Texas as the favorite. And it went over every time. Although, like I said, that first one was 115 in that one. That one did go under in January. It was 127 on that day. In fact, the totals here were, even though they went over 2 out of the 3, 127, 127.5, 126.5. So it was right in line with this number. But I like North Texas to do its thing in this one with that total. And Brent's got his numbers here. All right, Mindy on UAB. I'm on the under. Enjoy that game. Should be a good game. Conference USA. Right. Terrific
good job. Conference USA.
Wow. I mean, everybody should. I mean, why do you want to go to the Big 12? Hey, take your team to Conference USA. That's where maybe San Diego State, they tried a couple of years, a few years ago, San Diego State tried to go into the Big East with Boise State. And would that have been a disaster, especially considering what's going on now? And now San Diego State can join the Pac-12, possibly. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Let's move on and talk about pro basketball here. We're going to keep going. Celtics and the Bucks.
Let's plug it away.
Rolling here in this one. Yeah. Bucks are favored, Mindy. This is one of the games of the year, certainly right now, the way things are going. And the Bucks are 2.5-point favorites. The total 236.5.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and go over the total. I thought it was an interesting, fun game last time out. Over 4-0, Celtics last 4 road games, 6-0 in the Bucks last 6 home games here as well. Going to go over 236.
Okay, I'll try the over with you. Look, it's big. but I don't think they're quite ready to turn up the defense yet in this game. Let's save that for the playoffs. I don't necessarily think they have to be totally intense defensively in this one. Taking a look at the injury concerns also is Robert Williams, the Celtics main defender in the middle. He is probably going to rest today. He's listed as questionable, so we shall see. Also, Middleton probable in this one for Milwaukee. I'm going to go over with Mindy. Give us a play in the NBA.
There we go.
Let's see. Well, we do have some comments from the chat. Let's go and see who's on what. TJ on the over here, Butterscotch on Milwaukee. I might be liking Milwaukee in this one. The Celtics definitely been given some back of late. Here's TJ on the Bucks, Brent on Boston. All right, gotta keep it moving. Please have your picks ready. We gave you the order, and if we miss it, it'll still be in the chat. Still working on trying to get the chat stream possibly on the screen. That'll save us some time. I like saying your names and everything, but we're getting to a point where it's kind of higher volume, and if we can just have that stream kind of running like Tony has it, I'm working on that, trying to incorporate it using the software that we do. So not quite there yet. Fiddling around with it. I need a little more time. Pelicans and Nuggets. Nuggets here minus 6.5. 226.5. This one has definitely gone down.
Seriously, 226 from like 231 in the open. Jeez. I'm gonna go ahead though. I'm gonna take the Pelicans here and the points. I know Nuggets are 4-0. Putting up about 118 over their last four. Pelicans 3-1. They're scoring about 120 themselves. Pelicans now 5-0 against their opponents in the last five. Gonna take Pelicans here.
All right. Well, and you called it, Mindy, with that total dropping, and I better get on it now before it goes any lower. I'm gonna go under in this one with the Pelicans and the Nuggets. Mindy's going to be on the Pelicans. Yeah, I'm going to be. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not getting the best price of it too, so that's probably why I can't play it necessarily for a premium or anything like that. Thanks, Dart Thrower. Yeah, that's originally the show started out as me and Mindy were going to come on and make our picks, and it's kind of evolved into the chat are kind of the stars of the show, and we make our picks. And yeah, these are our consensus picks when we agree, but we ask everyone to chime in, and everyone gets their plays on record when we chop up these videos. For example, right. Buddy Rowe will see his play on a separate video that we'll have a separate video that shows Pelicans and Nuggets, and we preview. It'll be this segment right here, this little 1 or 2 minute segment talking about this game, and your plays will be seen by, not only the 500 or so views on this show,
but tens of views.
Well, usually it's another 100 or so sometimes on these others. So, 500, 600, 700 times your picks will be viewed by some people. Nobody watches it twice, do they? Other than me, because I got to scrutinize how to improve. Here's New Orleans for Butterscotch. Brent Cook's on the Nuggets. And Angel says he likes the dogs when the card is short. All right. That's NBA. We've got one play there. So we've got 8 now, I think. We got a big hockey card. Let's get going. We want to get off the air here by 8 and get those baseball plays in.
Right.
I just wanted to wait and see what Mindy had. I can't go making my picks without knowing what we're doing on the show.
I know Ramon's always at a disadvantage for getting his plays in.
Or I'm at an advantage. Possibly.
Well, I guess, right? That could be. I could weed out some of them for you.
Let's take a look. If anybody has any goalie information different than these, let me know. I know that the Flyers game did kind of say Markstrom could be in there again, but I don't know. Why would you not have Hart in there? Let's take a look. Ottawa and the Flyers. Ottawa at home here. Ottawa's favored minus $1.50, 6.5 under 15.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go under the total, 6.5 here. It's 3-0-1. Their last 4 between the Flyers and the Senators head-to-head. Going under the total.
And I agree with you, Mindy. I want to go under as well with the Flyers and the Senators at 6.5 for sure. Uh, we'll see. Uh, look, Sandstrom did a nice job in that last game, right, guys? It was Sandstrom in there, I think. Let me see here. What do we got? Any plays from the? Here's Angel with the Senators. Everybody's fired up for baseball, Mindy. We might not get much with the hockey. It looks like everybody's kind of excited. Anyway, let's take the under in this one with the Senators. Hey, welcome. I want to say hello to Steve Fowlo. Welcome, Steve. Nice to have you. I don't know if we've met, but great to have you with a pick right away. It looks like you know what you're doing. Coming in with the picks here. Awesome. All right. The Velo cuts here. Senators percent better wants the puck line. Latifa's favorite team. So could be Talbot in goal now. I'm showing one of the sites calling for Talbot. I don't think there's any confirmed goalies. Well, yeah, there's a couple of them now I'm seeing, and we'll cover those as we get to them, as long as I don't forget. All right, TJ, thank you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Capitals and Lightning here. In this one, it's the Lightning, of course, are going to be favored by a $2 favorite. And the total 6/25.
Yeah, both teams have kind of been struggling here a bit, 1-4 over their last 5, both giving up a ton of goals here as well. So I'm going to go over the total of 6 here. Over is 4-0 in the Capitals' last 4 road games, and over is 5-0 in the Lightning's last 5 there as well. Going to go over 6.
All right. Mindy going on the over here in this one. Let's see what we've got. Okay, Dart Thrower wants the under in this game. Man, I was feeling the over here with Mindy a little bit. I think I'm going to go with you in this one, Mindy, and take the over. Let's see what else here. Nothing else with this game. So I don't know. I like the Lightning at $2. I probably should just give out $2 on the air, but let's go over. The totals have been good, and for me, I think that's the way I'm going to look. You have a Tampa Bay team that is 23-14 to the over at home, and 33-23 to the over as a favorite. Washington doesn't play as many overs, but here's Steve wants Lightning in regulation. He'll lower the price, so we definitely know that Steve knows what he's doing. And Latifa on the over with us here, Mindy. Let's go over 6. Capitals and Lightning. Keep it going. Let's get this. We love you guys. Let's get this show going, man. We want to get ready for some baseball. All right, the Rangers and the Devils. Shesterkin is one of the confirmed goalies here today on the card already. And only 2 or 3 of them are confirmed, but Shesterkin in there, so that bodes well. For what's this? Wendy's $3 breakfast deal just popped up here on the screen. Boy, I hate when that happens.
All right, Ramon's got to go. We'll see you guys later.
Rangers and Devils here get the favoritism, minus $1.30, 6.5 under 20.
So yeah, I mean, you got the 4th ranked defense by the Devils against the 5th ranked defense for the Rangers. Both of these goalkeepers having a good time here as of late, only allowing about 2 goals a game here on average. Gonna go under the 6.5.
Me too, Mindy. We're 3 for 3 in hockey, and they're all totals. Boy, I sure hope we keep it going. I mean, my totals have been hot, so we'll see what happens. I'm with you. I want to go under 6.5. I don't know. I mean, maybe I played too many unders with Shesterkin, but I'm going to do it again. Velo says, watch out. All 3 meetings have gone over so far between these two. And it was 4-3 in the last one, 4-3 Devils back in January, 4-3 Rangers in December, 5-3 Devils. back in November, but I will also mention in September there were a couple of games as well. The 2-1 Rangers and 5-2 Devils. Okay. Here's a dart thrower on the Rangers. And Steve says this will be an under. It should be a tightly contested game, he thinks here. I kind of like the Rangers here on the road in this one with Shesterkin. Might even make my card here, I think. Blue Jackets and Bruins. The Bruins, Mindy, are 440, 455 now. 6.5 over 20. No, they probably should. I mean, they should be 500, I guess.
600, yeah, right. Yeah, because the Blue Jackets are just playing, I don't know, maybe some horrible defense, allowing 6.5 goals over their last 5 games. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the total here today. It's 4-0 in the Blue Jackets' last 4, especially after allowing 5 goals their previous game. I'm gonna go over.
I will not be joining you on this total. We are
I
not
will not. I denounce it.
every total together. We're not going to pick every total together. This is a crazy line here. Dart says, money line says Bruins on the puck line. It's $1.75. I'll do it. $1.75. Give me the Bruins. They should smash here. I don't think this is the spot where Columbus comes to play and stays within a goal somehow. I do not see that being the case here. It's $1.75. Biggest line I'll give out on the show today, but I'm going to take the Bruins here on the puck line.
On the puck line.
Latifa, I don't know. I mean, I know that you're not, I don't believe, as old as I am. You're a lady. I don't want to say your age, Mindy's age, or any lady's age, but we used to drink it right out of the green hose, you guys. Come on. The hose was right into the wall. You drink the hose. Just drink the water.
That was before all the nitrates, Ramon. Like, we never had to deal with all that in the past. Now we have, our water filled with fertilizer, in the state of Iowa. So I just drink like a minimal amount of fertilizer every day. So I definitely make sure I put mine through a filter.
The water was hot
in the Midwest. I mean, I don't know if you guys have to deal with, all of the fertilizers and stuff that we do for all the farming and ranching and such in your parts of where you guys live. I don't know. What's it like on the East Coast? Have you looked at your, water handouts? I read them all the time. I'm a dork, though.
Latifah said that was the first food reference we had. We almost made it through the whole show. And we should have talked about opening day food. That's what we should have done because, man, I love the ballpark item. Long gone are the days of just grabbing a dog and and some Cracker Jacks. I mean, now the ballparks they go extravagant. Okay,
that's right. I've seen those where you can get the cheese steaks and the big nacho helmets. That's what I would always go for because I always wanted to take home a souvenir.
Oh, I love the Petco Park restaurants. Okay, Predators and Penguins. The Penguins a $2 favorite here. The total 6.5 under 20.
Well, I feel like with all these big money lines out there, I'm hitting a lot of totals. So the unders 9-3 and the Predators last 12, and the under 7-1 the Penguins last 8 here versus the Central Conference. I'm going to go under here as they've been scoring under 3 goals a game. I'm going that way, under.
All right. 4 for 5 in totals, Mindy. I'm on the under here with you. I would say that I like those other 2 unders that we had stronger than this one, but
we never know what the Penguins are going to do. Never know.
No, and I mean, this looks like a good spot for Nashville, in my opinion. I like some of the things Nashville's been doing of late, and at the price, I might try to find a way to get on Nashville. I know the puck line is $1.50. That I like. I don't
like
that. Yeah, I might put it on there and put it on the card or something. We'll see. But I do like the Preds here today, I think, in this one. Here's Blake on the under with us. Butterscotch on the under as well. Angel says Predators, money line. And Angel doesn't like Yari here if it is indeed Yari.
Trash goalie.
See if it is. It looks like it is. Most of the sites are saying Yari. So, all right. We're on the under. Boy, we got action, man. We got
That's right.
12 plays now. Panthers and Canadians. Now, I think the situation here of Bobrovsky, I think he ended up being a scratch in the last game, and that's why we ended up with um, the other goalie that did such a good job. Who was that? I said good job. It wasn't a good job at all, right? It was what was can't think. Alex Lyon. Alex Lyon. He was just outstanding yesterday for Florida. But now Bobrovsky is. I thought it was a scratch, actually. Bobrovsky's scratch, and Alex Lyon was in there. I might have missed why Lyon was in there, but anyways, in this one, you got Florida, just a huge favorite on the road on a back-to-back, minus down to 205. The Canadians are definitely taking quite a bit of action, it looks like here.
I'm going to go over the total in this one as well. 4-1 the Panthers last 5 games, and over 6-1 in the Canadians last 7, especially when they get deeper into their 4 and 6 day situation. So we're going to go that way. We're going to go over the total.
All right, Mindy. I'll do it. I'll take another total with you. I want to crush it today.
All right,
let's
do it.
Go ahead and do it. I want at 6.5. Look, what is it? Juiced over 30. God, oh my God. Oh my gosh, I should say. Let's see here. Canadians money line for Angel. I don't mind that. Butterscotch. Puck line. I don't mind that. I want somehow to get on Montreal. Dart thrower on Montreal here, going for that cupcake with bacon on top. All right, let's take the over though, and figure we got goals coming with Florida and Montreal today. Look, I had the under yesterday as a premium with that Florida Toronto game. I'm going to go over tonight with Florida and Montreal with Mindy. All right. All right, here's another. I believe we got another confirmed goalie in this one. Let me take a look here. As Nedeljkovic is going to be in there for the Red Wings. He is confirmed. Will it be Anderson? Anyways, the Hurricanes are favored minus 215, 6 over 15.
Another one over 200 odds. I'm going to go ahead and go under in this one too. 4-1 the Hurricanes last 5, following a home loss, and under 7-1 the Red Wings last 8 here as well. Going to go under this total 6.
Okay, I'm officially scared. I'm going under with you. I should be confident the way the totals have been going. Yeah. So let's just bet with confidence and take the under in this one, under 6 goals with Carolina and Detroit. Yeah, Detroit going with the backup here, but it doesn't really matter with Detroit necessarily. We know it's all about the Hurricanes probably being able to shut down and limit Detroit offensively in this one. But make no mistake, Detroit is 23-31 to the under as an underdog. So I think it looks pretty good here. I'm going to take under with you in this one between the Hurricanes and the Red Wings. Let's see here. Yeah, I go to the Church of Monday Night Football, Angel, so that's what I do. And okay, and Dart will agree with us here or just tail us on these totals today. Looks the totals have been strong, so if Mindy's on them, I'm on them. All right. and it was Carolina for butterscotch. But we're moving on here. We're almost done. We're knocking it out of the park. The Blues and the Blackhawks. The Blues are favored on the road at $1.30, 6.5 under 20.
Ramon, I'm going to be on the side here. I'm going to take the Blues minus 140. They are 7-1, 7-0-1 versus the Blackhawks over the last 3 seasons. The Blackhawks are 0-5, scoring only 1 goal per game. I think the Blackhawks, it helps them being at home, but they give up too much. I'm going to go with the Blues.
Ooh, we got a lot of action. I'm on the Blues here. Let's lay it on the road. I don't know if the price is perfect, but it's okay by me. Maybe because just Blackhawks have been so poor. I don't know why I thought I would get a little bit cheaper of a price. In fact, $1.40 doesn't look
down a little
too
bit though, right?
Huh?
I think it's come down a little bit.
Let me see.
Like 155-ish to 140. So
yeah, for sure. In fact, there were several
price is
books
getting
that
better,
opened this game much, much higher. In fact, I show one online book offshore opened at 175. I show an offshore book that services U.S. customers opened $1.80. I'm showing the biggest online book in the United States opened $1.65.
So this is some value, Irma.
That is value. That is my definition of value, not perceived value, where I say it's value because I think the line should be higher. To me, value is when the line is cheaper than it was without going down via injury news or some other news, just going down on the line movement. That's to me value. So, okay. Okay, hope everything is okay there. Percent better. Want you to feel good, feel better. All right, we've got here a dart thrower on the Blues here. Here's Blues puck line for Angel, also 4% better. Angel's got a team total over. I guess that's on the Blues, I believe. Fellow cuts on the Blues. Steve Fallow, another pick here. Really glad to have him today.
Some consensus.
And Bennington, what happened to old Benny? He used to be a promising talent. And here's Scotch. Will lower the price with
Scotch Lock regulation.
Scotch Lock Blues in regulation $1.05. We're on every game here, Mindy. All of our action in hockey here. We've played every game except for one together. Oh my goodness!
That's right.
We're gonna have an exciting night.
The best night. It's gonna be amazing.
Kings and Oilers. Woohoo! Oilers minus $1.55 at home. The total 7 flat.
Man, I feel like I gotta take who should I take, Ramon? Who should I take? I gotta take the Kings. I feel like the Kings are the plays today. It's one of those that I know the Oilers kind of have their, number on the road here, but geez, I just feel like I gotta take the Kings. I think this is a spot for me to get some plus money here today. I mean, I like him at the plus 1.5, but that's sitting at 182. So I'm just going to take him here on the money line. Go Kings.
Man, I like the Kings in this one. We're going to agree on every single game here except for one. I mean, I like the Kings here. This is going to be a high-scoring game, obviously. This is going to be a high-scoring game, man.
Yeah.
This one might have 10 goals in it. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Dart Thrower agrees here with me. Over 7. Here's Kings for revenge. Percent better Kings. Angel Reyes Kings. Everybody's on the Kings. Angel on the under, though. I'll do it just because everyone in the chat's doing it. We got so many picks in hockey, Mindy. Wow.
Right.
Oh, my gosh. Let's take the Kings. Plus money, plus $1.40 or so. Man, we got a lot of action tonight.
Got to take our shot at getting some plus money every once in a while.
Right? A lot of games, but man, all of a sudden we went from 8 plays to like 16 plays.
Right.
We are gambling. We're gambling. It's an official gamble alert. Ducks and Kraken. Oh my gosh, Mindy, this has to be the highest line the Kraken has ever been favored by at minus 335. I'm sure the Kraken have never been a 335 favorite. Total 6.5 over 15.
Oh, it's just crazy. Like to see that 335 sitting there. I'm just going to go over the total. I think the Kraken can score. I think the Ducks can score. Grubauer just giving up 4 goals a game, just not playing the best. So the Kraken scare me a little bit here uh on a puck line even. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here, over 6.5.
Angels calling it out for the underdogs. He wants the Ducks here in this one. I'm going to take the Kraken on the puck line.
Okay.
Fernando's on the Ducks. I want the Kraken on the puck line. You
I'm
guys,
glad you sound confident.
maybe,
That's good.
yeah, Kraken at home hasn't been as great, but we're getting a lot of support for the Ducks here. And I think on the I don't. Here's the thing: is I don't necessarily like and it's hard because usually they correlate pretty good. I mean, there's no doubt. Velo likes the over here. I love the over in this game. I mean, oh no, not in this. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about that Kings game still. I love the over so much in that game. I don't necessarily like 6.5. If it was 6 and it's juiced to 6.5 over, so it's not like it's going to go down or anything. I don't think to give me
Right.
any range. I might take it over 6, but not at 6.5. A lot of support though in the chat for the Ducks. You guys get the Ducks here.
Yeah, like I said, I would lean more to the Ducks just because of the way that it's been on goal. But you sounded confident, Ramon, and I like the Kraken, so I like where you were going with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the goal and a half, and usually my laying the goal and a half is here on the show because I don't think I have the best percentage on those. All right, let's go one more, and then we're done. I mean, sorry to rush it through, you guys, and not
I think it was a good pace. Good pace.
Well, you're giving out some great info, and I'm just throwing out some picks. Luckily, I have luckily I'm Mr. 6,000. That's my handicap. Trust me. Okay, Golden Knights and Sharks here. The Golden Knights $1.75 on the road, and the total 6.5 over 15.
Sharks are just bad. I'll take the Golden Knights. I don't think there's anything else I can really say. Golden Knights 5-0 in their last 5 here as well. 7-0 last 7 home games. The end. Golden
Just
Knights.
money line for you, Mindy?
Yeah, just money line.
Okay, I'll take them on the money line with you. I think they can probably get the puck line tonight, but I'll take them on the money line. They look like a dominating team. I think that I don't know. I think the Golden Knights could be minus 300 tonight. I don't know why they're not minus 200.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Right? Well, maybe because Brossoit is in there in goal. He's likely anyway. He's the other guy that's at least likely to play in the game. So I know there were a few comments here. VGK money line. Dart Thrower says, do you like the under in this one? I think I like the over in this one, DT. I'm just not sure. I may actually end up playing this one. Yeah, this one. Oh, is this a record, Mindy? Do you think we've had more plays than this? Zordon says. I don't know if we have.
We've been close to this number before. We might have had 17.
Yeah, maybe on some of those big days, but
I think this could have been a tie with what we've had before. I know we've had some real big days, but I mean, we haven't had this kind of a day in a long time.
Butterscotch VGK in regulation percent better VGK. All right, thanks everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for putting up with basically just throwing out a bunch of picks there. But over at Tony'sPicks.com, you'll find our premium picks today. I'm going to start loading them up right now for those early games. All my subscribers, please stay tuned. We're going to have a big day because of what's going on here with all of the action today. Just a great day to start the Major League Baseball season and wrap it up with a bunch of hockey, the NIT final, um, some tennis action we talked about as well. Check it out. Go over the All Cappers tab, click on the handicapper of your choice, and get signed up. For example, there I am, right on top. Click on me there, and you'll see there's some of my numbers there. Uh, last 7 days up 12 and a half units. All these are documented. We can't make these up. I mean, basically, we send them into a system that's kind of like a sports book, and that's all we can do. We're betting right into two of the sharpest offshore lines that service U.S. customers. You guys know who they are. One of them is an online line that services U.S. Another one, that so they're tough lines. That's all I'm trying to say. And take a look at the winning that I've been doing here. So Mindy's entering in the plays. We'll let you guys go. Appreciate the support and the viewership as well. I don't think we made a record today, even on the opening day of baseball. How did we not get there, you guys? I don't even think the numbers were that. Are they people starting to be disenchanted with the winning? I don't know. Here comes the baseball plays. Braves over. Cubs run line.
I
Tigers
wonder
run.
if it was just the numbers were off today via what Matt said. YouTube
Okay.
was struggling. We'll just go with that.
Technical difficulties. Rangers money line. Reds over. White Sox over. Dodgers under. So a lot of plays there. And here's our NBA play. Celtics over. Thanks, Zordon. Baseball's pretty great. Dart thrower wants me to wear a wig and he'd send me money.
All right. I think you could be
Dart
hot,
thrower
right?
trying to increase our viewership, not drive them away. He says
I'm pretty sure you could be
that'll
hot.
increase our ratings for me to do that.
I'll wear a wig if you want to send me money.
Butterscotch says, let's crush. And he's got my favorite emoji up there. And Mindy's already got the hockey. Oh, my.
What did you do?
Flyers under. Capitals over. Rangers under. Predators under. Panthers over. Hurricanes under. Blues, Kings, and Knights. I know I've been talking a lot about the hockey totals, and they're obviously been really crushing. Mindy, you've been as hot as you've been in the NBA. That's what I've been doing in hockey of late. So I don't know if anybody has seen that, but that's the great thing about our little scoreboard, right, on the Who's Hot scoreboard. Right. We took a look there. You guys are welcome to leave. This is an advertisement now. Thank you. If anybody wants to stick around here for another minute, 2 minutes before the top of the hour, we'll wrap up the show. But you'll look at what Mindy's done there in the NBA over the last 7 days. You can break it down right there by week. And 20-11, and Tiffany's 21-13. So the two sisters, 41 wins, 24 losses in the NBA over the last week. And how about morning steam NBA, Mindy?
Look at that. There we are.
So, and then NHL, I talked about how strong I've been of late in that. How about 16-2 and 16-2-1 with my premium picks over the last 7 days. So I don't know. 16-2 and 1. Let me break it down. See if I can do it into totals here and see. Because
you can do that.
Yeah. 10-0, 10-0-1 in my last 11 NHL totals on premium picks. So
hopefully, feeling Ramon.
Right. Well, hopefully we're taking that success on the consensus plays today. Don't get crazy, you guys, but. There I am, 10-0-1. Mindy 9-6 in totals, also by the way, and Tiffany 4-2-1. But take that 10-0-1, and we're playing 6 totals today?
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 totals. Yeah.
So hopefully we do it. Hopefully we roll it to a 6-0 day. But that's just showing how you can utilize. I don't know, a little creativity, right? If you're a tout, show off like, hey, look, I'm the king of total, of dart throw, and I have been having a little back and forth on that. He's been teasing me a little bit, and I appreciate him so much. But again, that's just a proof. I mean, we're entering him into the back end, and people see it on the show here as well. So appreciate everybody. Latifah, Steve.
Ramon's a total goat. A total goat. So you could go many ways, right? Is Ramon the greatest of all time, or only the greatest of all time on totals?
Yeah, I hate those goat talk with the athletes, isn't it? I mean, because everyone. Thank you, Scotch. Though appreciate you. Angel, thank you. Yeah, great show, you guys, with all these games. Let's get out here, top of the hour. Good luck to you, Curtis, and everybody else as well. End of show.
Good
End
job.
of
Well,
show.
Ramon's been super hot, so that's awesome, Ramon. Keep it up. I'm proud of you. You're doing great work.
Yeah, who needs to handicap when you can just spew winners out there? I guess if we were doing just one, uh, you know, sport or something, we'd spend more. Look, we just spent 2 hours. I mean, if we totally broke it down, we'd be, on for 4 hours. So I'm glad you have all those stats at the ready, Mindy.
Yeah,
To
we have to
give
try to
out.
give you guys a happy medium with.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
know
I've
maybe
got
what we're
plenty,
talking about.
plenty of
Eliminate
notes here. Plenty. I got pages of notes. Okay, but usually just leave them on the shelf a little bit. And of course, all my write-ups have a lot of this information. I write them up. So, all right, thanks everyone. Catch you tomorrow. More
Good luck
morning.
today, everyone.
Enjoy the Major League Baseball today. All right, thank you everyone. All right, for Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.